A high-ranking U.S. delegation meeting with Ukrainian representatives for peace talks in Florida today. Rubio says the U.S. now has to bring Russia on board and find a middle ground between Moscow's and Kyiv's goals. NTD's international correspondent Arian Postar has more.
We want the Ukrainian people to emerge from this war, not just to rebuild their country, but to build it back in a way that will be stronger and more prosperous than it's ever been.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio giving a press conference on Sunday afternoon after meeting with Ukrainian representatives in Florida. Also at the meeting were Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. Sunday's meeting sets the stage for talks with Russia. President Vladimir Putin says Moscow is ready for serious discussions and that the outlines reached by the US and Ukraine could serve as a basis for agreements to end the fighting. According to Rubio, the US and Ukraine made good progress during Sunday's meeting and during an initial summit in Geneva last weekend. But he acknowledges that Moscow still has to agree to the plans made between Washington and Kyiv.
And that'll continue later this week when Mr. Witkoff travels to Moscow, although we've also been in touch in varying degrees with the Russian side, but we have a pretty good understanding of their views as well. So much work remains.
He highlighted that the goal is not just to end the fighting, but to make sure that peace remains and that Ukraine can be prosperous in the future. A big part of that is to make sure Ukraine has security guarantees from the West. Ukraine's former lead negotiator, Andrew Yermak, resigned this week amid a corruption scandal. The Ukrainian side sent its former defense minister, Rustem Umerov, to lead Sunday's negotiations. Umerov expressed his gratitude towards Washington for supporting Kyiv's goals.
We were discussing about the future of Ukraine. We discussed all the important matters that are important for Ukraine, for Ukrainian people, and U.S. was super supportive.
The next step of the peace process is for Witkoff to travel to Russia next week. Arian Pastar, NTD News.